Hello everyone, welcome to the Storyist. Racial profiling is a real thing, and while it may appear or sound like a problem from the past, believe it or not, it still exists today. Those who have never experienced racial profiling or do not know someone who has may dismiss it as a minor inconvenience. Racial profiling, on the other hand, is much more than a nuance. It has real and immediate ramifications, and it affects not only one's life or reputation, but also one's mind, feelings, and the perception of the younger generation on issues like this. Today, I will be sharing with you a story about a white cop who mistreats a black mother just because he accuses her of kidnapping a white boy. Stay until the end of the video to see what happens. David is a black American who grew up in New Jersey. His ambition was to follow in the footsteps of his late father and become a police officer, the chief of police even. That's why he decided to enroll in a police academy. His path through the police academy was not easy. He met a variety of people, the majority of whom were white. His classmates would sometimes say derogatory things about his skin color or race. There were times when he would return home beaten for no apparent reason, other than the fact that he was black. Nonetheless, he endured all of the pain during his time at the academy. Apart from their unwavering dedication to their country swarmed with white Americans, the same people who mistreated him growing up, his mother had showcased the goodness in her heart as well. She used to foster white kids who didn't have a home when they were younger. That is why David is technically an only son, but their whole family is huge. 2 adults and 5 kids to be exact. 4 of which are white Americans taken from foster homes. David's mother used to work in a charitable institution for homeless white kids. And every time someone really tugs into her heartstrings, she couldn't help herself but bring him home. David, despite all the hurdles he faced, like getting bullied in class for his color, getting discriminated against and making him feel like he didn't belong, was still able to graduate with honors, making his mother very proud. He got a job as a police officer right after graduation. It's as if David is fighting a new battle to gain the respect of his white colleagues. As a cop, he was dedicated, kind, and always made sure he wasn't abusing his authority. He earned the respect of his coworkers as a result of his good deeds. Years later, he was appointed as the police chief of their district, fulfilling his lifelong dream. His mother couldn't be more proud of her. His white siblings were there in the ceremony as well, and if only his father survived long enough to witness him follow in his footsteps. As a police chief with significant responsibilities, he was tasked with moving from one location to another to supervise or conduct seminars on racial equality. He was once asked to be transferred to New York City because he is an advocate for fair treatment. One clear evening, David decides to wander around the city to become familiar with the city's every nook and cranny. He is wandering around when he comes across a convenience. "I'm so parched. Might as well grab some water here," David mumbles to himself. He gets out of his car and walks inside the convenience store. There, he sees a white cop yelling at a black mother. Beside the black mother is a white boy, obviously trembling because of the white cop's loud voice. David walks a little closer and notices that the cop is wearing an NYPD badge. He tries to hear what he is yelling to the black woman, and is surprised about what he learns. "You're kidnapping, aren't you? Just confess before I put you in my police car," the white cop yells at the black woman. Trembling, the woman is on the edge of crying, while she is taking her purse out. "Don't you dare get something in there, lady, or I'll shoot you," the cop says, reading the gun in his belt. Terrified, the black woman raises her 2 hands in surrender. Seeing the scene, David remembers his own mom being in the same situation when he was just 10 years old. They were in a grocery store and they were strolling with one of his adopted white brothers. After a while, a white cop suddenly handcuffed her without even saying a word. His mother asked the cop what she did wrong, and the cop said that she was arrested for kidnapping David's brother. His mother tried to explain one too many times that his brother was legally adopted, and that she had legal papers. But the cop wouldn't let her go, and he brought all of them to the police station for questioning. Fortunately, his father, who was the police chief, came to their rescue and he taught that white cop a lesson about racial profiling. David is suddenly brought back to the present when he hears the white boy beside his black mother cry. "Please, officer, please let my mother go," the child says while crying. Turns out the black woman is already handcuffed as well. "Whoa, so you've taught him to call you his mother too, huh? Since when have you held this child captive? I'd say it's been too long," the white cop says while holding the black woman in handcuffs. The white boy continues crying, but the cop doesn't seem to care. David can't take it anymore, and he decides to interfere. He is wearing a gray hoodie paired with trousers, so he expects the white cop to question his identity. And he really did. David walks towards the cop. "Whoa, easy, man. That's still a woman you were handling." he says, trying to calm the white cop down. The cop looks at him sharply and asks, "And who do you think you are, Black Panther?" David is appalled by how the white cop treats him. "Man, just put the lady down and we'll figure this all out calmly," he calmly says. The white cop lets go of the black woman and, with all confidence, walks towards him with chin up high. "And why would I do that? Why would I listen to a black man trying to save another black girl's guts?" the cop says. "Because this isn't what they teach you in the police academy," David calmly replies. The white cop laughs manically at him. "Oh, really? And how would you know that? Because you're a criminal?" the cop says sarcastically. With this, David pulls out his wallet and shows him his NYPD badge. "No, I'm the new chief police of the NYPD. I'm Chief David Houston, and I order you to release that woman from her handcuffs," he says in a serious tone. The white cop is stunned. His eyes are so wide and his jaws almost fall off. He can't believe that he just disrespected his boss. The white cop immediately apologizes to David. All his confidence earlier has vanished, and all he does is apologize to the black woman and to David. The woman, who is now finally released from her handcuffs, is able to pull out her purse and get her ID. Along with her ID, she has also pulled out some certifications about her legal guardianship on the boy he is with. David takes a look at the IDs and certificates and he returns them, apologizing. "Do you always have those IDs and certificates with you?" David asks the black woman. The woman nods at him while she returns them back. "This kind of thing always happens to us. People always think that I'm not my son's legal guardian, that I kidnapped him, and then the police will get involved and so on. So I always have to bring these documents with me in case those things happen again," the woman says casually, like everything is just normal. But these things shouldn't happen in the first place. These things shouldn't be normalized. You're a mother and you're allowed to take care and to love whoever you want to. I'll try my best to change this, and I will start with the cops," David says as he darts a look at the white cop beside him. The white cop apologizes once again for being part of the black woman's long-term agony. He promises that it will never happen again, and that he will help David in helping the NYPD start that change. Since that day, David and the white cop have started their advocacy in the police division to promote right treatment for all people of all gender, race, and color. Along with David, the white cop who used to be racist is now the face of the advocacy. He always uses his experience with the black woman as an example to advocate for their intentions. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you on the next. Stay tuned!